Hey YouTube, coming at you with my second and my last Psychic Cup. Really want to showcase only two Pokemon. This team Medicham is bad like I expected it to be, so I don't know why I used it. But Shadow Gardevoir and more importantly Raichu. So Raichu is actually, I looked at the Matrix and I was like, whoa, Raichu has a lot of wins here. And it's one of those things, it has wins in neutral situations. And if you get shields down, it's a beast. Because the Wild Charge is going to not one-shot almost anything, but everything's pretty glassy in this meta. So it is just so strong. So lost lead here, they come in here. Again, this bite fish is going to add up a lot because I'm so glassy, but I'm also electric, so I'm going to grab a shield right back here. They probably will farm me down before I get to another move, which is too bad. That's just kind of the glassiness, but you know what? I got one shield and took it super, super, super low. And now I'm just going to come in Medicham. I really don't have an answer for Victini, which is why I also wouldn't run this team. Run a third instead of Medicham. You need something to get shields. I'd run something. You can run something glassy, but you would if with Raichu, you want to try and get shields down as a closer. So I would try and run two like spammy things that can get shields down. So, or you take the other method, which is basically just overpowering things with charm. So V-Create's going to take me out, but when they throw these, it's going to lower their defense significantly. So I will just double shield, and even though the charm damage is resisted, 4 times lower defense is not going to have a good time against charm. I have a move here, so I can grab another shield. Doesn't matter which move. I have both moves on it. You only need one. It doesn't matter which one. Like Shadow Ball is obviously better, but it does not matter. And then just farm, just go, and they have to throw because these charms are adding up so fast. Because of that, I can now get to an Ice Punch, and you live a Body Slam because Medicham is pretty tanky. So I'll live a Body Slam, get off the Ice Punch, take this out because My Little Pony is very, very glassy. And I won 100 battles and I forgot to claim the rewards. I forgot to do that today. Oh well, I will do that tomorrow. Bruxish lead, so good lead here because Bite is neutral and Matang comes in. So the one time I actually have a good Pokemon to deal with this. This is Medicham's strength when you see the very, very, very limited steals in this meta. Gyro Ball is not going to do anything. Gyro Ball or Gyro Ball is not going to do anything. I'm going straight for the Dynamic Punch. Let's just get this out of here. It doesn't even take it out. I guess that does only neutral damage, but Bruxish comes back in. I'm just going to go straight Dynamic Punch. Again, Ice Punch is non-stab and resisted. I'd rather go for the heavier hitting stab move, and they shield that up, which is fine. I do get to an Ice Punch, but not going to get to Dynamic Punch, so I'll just do some chip damage. And that's what I noticed about Bruxish. It's kind of glassy. So those counters and things took it down a lot. I will Charm. I can live one, but I may, let's see. I may just let it go. It is a crunch, that's fine. And now it is time for shields up. Why this is the best closer in the game. So I will not win in the even shields because I think I just get outspammed by the foul plays here. But I am now at 2 wild charges, and I can go back to back here, one to grab a shield and one to take it out. And basically hits anything for like it's a boom. It's a boom move. It's a great, great move. This matchup, you win the one shield because if you shield and they bait, they're gonna get to another Body Slam, but you survive barely. So this, I normally played it this. I played it this matchup a few times. You just basically shield once, farm all the way down. You're left with barely any HP, but you will likely get a move off here. Nope, and now you're in big trouble. Because Victini with the V-Creates is a good matchup when you're in even scenarios. And this is why this team is tough to run the way it is. I'm going to try and catch the V-Create because, again, you need sort of bulk. So I wouldn't run this team the way it is. I think because Shadow Gardevoir and Raichu both rely on shields being down to win. And they're get to a third V-Create, which is crazy. So, right, because with Shadow Gardevoir, you shield and charm all the way down, right? That's how you win that matchup. Or with Raichu, you get shields down, build up to multiple wild charges, and then just start nuking everything. You cannot win with 2 Pokemon like that on the same team. So I would replace, if you're going to use either or is fine. Just make sure you have 2 Pokemon that have somewhat bulk and are somewhat spammy at the same time. So Malamar is an easy pair with both, quite honestly. I think Malamar is super underrated in this. Not underrated, it's ranked pretty high. But as I showcased this morning, like Malamar is very, very, very strong in this meta. So I would run Malamar with either of those. And then a third, a lot of people are probably tomorrow, Saturday, will be running Slow King. I think I mentioned that it has Hex, but I think it actually has Shadow Claw, which is even worse. Like that's a much better move. Plus Surf. So that is a good combo there. I'm going to grab a shield right here because this came in. The fish, this is actually, even though this is all resisted, like that is resisted counter damage. And look how much that counter damage is adding up. That is quite a lot of counter damage for a resisted move. I shielded because I don't know what I was thinking. There's no reason for me to shield. There's absolutely no reason for me to shield that. So I counter, we'll take it out. We'll get a nice punch off here. Oh, I shielded, right? That's why I shielded. I shielded because I thought there is absolutely no chance that the Gardevoir is going to get to a move. So it's really going to come down to getting to the charge moves because they're just going to farm me down, right? That is why I shielded. So it's not a terrible shield in the moment. They're staying in here. So I'm going to win this matchup, but they will get a move off here. That's going to go through. So I'm just going to shield and that charm will register. They're going to lower my defense, which is fine. They're out of here. I'll probably get a move off anyways. Galarian Rapidash comes in, and look at these. They're trying to fairy wind me down, which is something. But look at these charms just chunking. So I basically almost took it out. So now do I either want to absorb the energy on Medicham or just come in Raichu and shield once, and then Volt Switch down, because if they go straight Mega Horn, then I don't think they're going to get to another move. And out comes Wobbuffet, which was an interesting Pokemon, much like Medicham, kind of useless in this meta. So I'm just going to Wild Charge, and now I will just go into what is possibly the worst matchup in this meta. A double counter user, one at least hits for a return. I'm hitting with Ice Punches. Both of these moves are terrible. Everything is bad. This meta is bad. I do not want to play it anymore. I've got a bunch of Ultra teams coming. Oh, so speaking about Ultra. Tomorrow, Ultra League team. Tomorrow afternoon, I'll make a video looking over the slow poke community day because it is actually worth it for some of these things. And then Saturday will be another Ultra League team. And then Sunday, I've already shot the video. The video is the best Pokemon for Ultra League to build. Kind of like how I did, everyone seemed to like the Great League video and asking for Ultra League. I did one for Ultra League. I looked at like the top maybe 15 to 20 Pokemon in Ultra League, and I told you which ones I would prioritize there. And then I also looked at the upcoming Ultra League Cup later in the season to see if there's any Pokemon that overlap there. And then I also looked at outside of the top 50 if there's any Pokemon worth building. So that video will go up Sunday, so check that out. And then we'll focus on Ultra League for the rest of the week because Ultra League is also on next week with another cup. This matchup, I recognize the team and I still lost because it was a Shadow Gardevoir on the lead and this is now running Confusion. I'm like, there's no way that this is not a triple fast move damage team. And it is a Slowbro running Poison Jab. So yes, it is a triple fast move damage team, and the fast move damage is going to be too much to overcome for this team. So yeah, that's why I wouldn't use this team because it relies on shields down, and you're not getting shields with the way this team is constructed. But that is basically it. As I look at I'm looking at my YouTube channel. I can already tell. I can already tell based on my views this morning and my top teams for Psychic Cup and top teams for Ultra League. There's like 2,000 more views on the Ultra League, and the Ultra League is getting way more views still now. So a lot more people are interested in Ultra League. Not surprising. This meta is very, very, very stale. So we will go to focus on Ultra League for the next week. So stay tuned for some teams. Stay tuned for the top Pokemon to build. And that is basically it. So I appreciate watching. Appreciate the thumbs up and comments. And I will see you guys in the next one.